it can be easy to just fall into that roommate phase, given that, like, we like to say life be life. And
a lot of times couples will slip into this because maybe nothing is necessarily going wrong.
Like, sometimes you can get boggled down by those things, and unfortunately your spouse ends up paying the price, because it's like when you get home, you have nothing left.
If you are feeling like this, you might, be drifting away. I want to ask you, when is the last time that you see the title from Soulmates to Roommates, the love of your life slowly became a little bit less than the love of your life, and now y'all are just walking past each other, making sure the dishes are done, making sure the bills are paid, kids are taken care of, and all of that stuff, and you guys are slowly drifting away. Big shout out to the official sponsor of the LoveDoesCostAThing podcast, Unashamed Apparel. Grab your gear today at shopunashamed.com and use the code LDCAT for 10% off your entire order. Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is Jordan.
And I'm Juanita.
And this is another episode of Love Does Cost a Thing.
It costs everything, baby.
Shout out to all of the love bugs. That's those of you who have subscribed to the channel. If you have not, do yourself a favor and hit the button, because we're coming back with brand new episodes to the podcast every single week. You see the title from Soulmates to Roommates. The love of your life slowly became a little bit less than the love of your life, and now y'all are just walking past each other, making sure the dishes are done, making sure the bills are paid, kids are taken care of, and all of that stuff. And you guys are slowly drifting away. So I've got some notes, so pardon me for looking to the left. It's been a long day, and we're trying to be concise and get in and out of there because the bed is calling our name. Praise the Lord. We need to lay our burdens down. All right. So we're going to talk about how couples easily become roommates. We're going to talk about signs that you already are roommates. And we're going to talk about how to reverse it if you found yourself in that roommate phase, okay? Y'all are living together. Hopefully you're married. But if you're not and you're drifting to that roommate phase, let's talk about how this actually happens. I think that couples easily become roommates because they stop being intentional about each other. This is something that happens subconsciously. When we lose that intentional sacrifice, intentional pursuit, intentional attention or attentiveness to your person, is how you become roommates. It's how you become, I want to say common, but that's not really the word that I'm looking for. How you become so familiar, like you take them for granted, right? And so the question that I want to ask you, if you are feeling like this, you might, be drifting away. I want to ask you, when is the last time that you, with intention, on purpose, did something to woo your spouse? Something that you did without prompting, something that you did based off of observations that you made, the things that she likes or the things that he likes. When is the last time that you did something without prompting, without looking for something in return, without, as the people say, trying to get lucky, like that dumb stuff, okay? When is the last time you just did this just because? Hallelujah. Do you want to jump in there right there?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think it's important to note that, like, it can be easy to just fall into that roommate phase, given that, like, we like to say life be life, right? Yeah. When you get to that survival mode where you're like just trying to stay afloat, you're just trying to make it to the next day, to the next week, to the next month. You guys kind of get in this monotony of, like, wake up, do this, do that, go to sleep. Wake up, do this, do that, go to sleep. And before you know it, you are looking to your left or you're looking to your right, and you're realizing, like, I have no idea who this is. Not only that, but other things can get into your way of being intentional about each other, like children.
Yeah.
This is a sensitive topic because people love their kids.
Mm-hmm.
We love our kids.
Yeah.
But we understand and we recognize that there is a certain succession, there's a certain kind of flow chart, if you will, as to how we pour into, who we pour into, when we pour into them. Mainly God at the top, of course. We are always pursuing Christ, and then we pursue each other as man and wife, yes, and then we pour into our children.
Yeah.
And so our children can only be as great as we are as a couple, right? Because we're becoming one. And so for us, we never put our children before our marriage. And I know that can be difficult to hear at times. What we're not saying is just leave your kids out there.
Mm-hmm.
But what we are saying is that they are benefiting from you pouring into your spouse. They are reaping the benefits of you guys intentionally pouring into each other and showering each other with love and becoming, continuously becoming one.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to say that, like, if you are in that space, which we'll talk about next, like, it's okay, but just don't stay there.
Yeah. I want to also say that this may be a little bit more sensitive if you have a blended family.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Jordan Green Ellis, and I'm your friend, okay? It's not your kid, it's y'all kid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It's not your son, it's y'all's son. It's
Becoming
not your daughter.
One. Mm-hmm.
It's y'all's daughter.
Yeah.
So throw that verbiage out of the window. Don't even use it in your house no more. Non-negotiable. It's not allowed. Another thing, especially for my married folks, is when intimacy becomes optional. Okay? We don't got to go too deeply into that. You guys know what we're talking about, okay? Physical intimacy, but also just like bonding in a non-physical type of way, right? When it becomes optional, when you're not prioritizing it. We've said this in prior episodes. Shout out to the OG Love Bugs. If you always choose each other, each person will always be chosen. But if I choose me and Juanita chooses me, who's choosing Juanita? If Juanita chooses herself and I choose her, who's choosing me? I'm left unchosen. I'm left uncovered. And so you have to intentionally. The drifting happens when intention gets thrown out the window. When you are not consciously, deliberately, intentionally choosing your spouse. Okay? Going back to the idea of when is the last time that you intently did something to woo your spouse, to speak their love language, to make them feel good with no expectation of reciprocation, just choosing them just because they are your person, just because you love them, just because you want them to feel loved, not choosing your preferred way to love, your preferred love language, giving gifts, words of affirmation, physical touch, but prioritizing their preferred way. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that I think that you touched on something important when you say being intentional, because I think that sometimes when we do enter into marriage, especially like knowing that we want to be with this person forever, we kind of forget that like it's an ongoing process, like that we always have to be like pursuing each other.
Always.
That it's not just a matter of like us getting married is like the final pursuit and then life just happens and we just are always going to be in love. Like, no, like you have to continuously put in the work.
Yeah.
You have to continuously build upon that foundation that you guys set at your marriage. I mean, at your wedding, excuse me. But you're building upon that foundation. It's not just like a one-time deal and now you're always going to feel loved or you're always going to want to be in that person's presence. No, like that's something that you have to continue to work on.
Yeah, I think that a lot of times couples will slip into this because maybe nothing is necessarily going wrong. Like nothing is exploding or going wrong. As I was saying, things in your life very well may be going good. I think the idea of how it happens or it begins to happen is when that intentionality aspect goes out the window. So that's number one. This is how you can easily drift, right? It's not like a strong current. It's like, man, I'm floating on what you call it, the inner tube. I'm floating. I'm in the lazy river, and before I know it, I'm way off of the shore. Or not the lazy river, but I'm in the shallow end now. I'm way off the shore. This is how it happens.
Yeah.
Nobody plans for this.
It's like little by little.
Yeah. Nobody plans for this. It's different if y'all always beefing, but couples who drift typically ain't beefing. It ain't no static. It's just like no intention.
A slowly.
Yes. A slow simmer. Okay, a slow burn. All right, here are some signs that you're already there. You talk more about your responsibilities than each other's feelings. I think that we have to prioritize who our person is and not what they can do. This is especially true for men. A lot of men get kind of pigeonholed into how well they perform. We talked briefly about that last week, especially in a household where the man is the breadwinner or he's the sole source of income. And it could go either way. But traditionally speaking, or let me not even say traditionally speaking, sometimes how households go, the man is the only one who works, right? And so if that's not going right, and you're just worried about, rather, let me back up and say, if he's only just getting the money and you're not worried about his livelihood or his mental health, or vice versa, whatever, however the shoe fits, right? If you are not making it a point to prioritize who your spouse is beyond what they can do, red flag. You want to pause there. You want to pause there because everyone, irregardless of how they present, what they can do, has got something going on. Okay? And so I think that it is important for us to make mention to or prioritize like your mental health. Okay? Prioritizing your feelings. How you felt about that last blow up. How you felt about the last quarter. Whatever. Right? I think that when we stop making mention to those things and we just focus on making sure that we're keeping our head above water and there's a roof over our head or clothes, all those things are important, don't get me wrong. But beyond that, beyond your spouse's ability to perform, what's going on with them? Because even on the adverse, right? Like, it might not be that something is going wrong at the job. It may be that everything is going good. And we just worried about that, taking it for granted. What about me? You know? I'm inclined to believe that a lot of men are working themselves to the bone. Work hard, okay? Provide for your family. But on the inside, man, publicly balling, privately falling. You got anything you want to add? You want to jump in there? You want to add another point?
Yeah, I was just thinking about like what it can look like. And I think that like that first point that you said is the gist of it, right? Taking care of like your responsibilities more than taking care of one another. But I think it's just
That's
like
such
that.
a good way to say it. I'm so sorry. Say
No,
that again.
yeah. I don't even remember what
taking care of responsibilities instead of taking care of one another.
Okay, yes.
Say it again for the soundbite because I messed it up. That was perfect. That was like the perfect summation of what I was trying to say. I was struggling just now. Go ahead, say it again.
I think that like when you talk about to recognize whether or not you guys are drifting, you guys are probably focusing more on taking care of your responsibilities than taking care of each other.
Yeah.
And you again like your responsibilities do need to be taken care of. So we're not saying just let those things, fall by the wayside and just forget about them. What we're saying is that you have to do it simultaneously.
Praise the Lord.
I learned that in 5th grade, by the way.
Same time.
Meaning at the same time.
Yeah.
You have to take care of your responsibilities and take care of your spouse at the same time. And I know that sometimes it can be difficult because like my husband was saying, like especially if you have a tougher work life or you just have a lot of responsibilities, not just with work, but like if you are a stay-at-home parent, like taking care of your children or taking care of the home or taking care of additional family members, whatever that thing may be, ministry, right? That is kind of like a heavier lift. Like sometimes you can get boggled down by those things, and unfortunately your spouse ends up paying the price because it's like when you get home you have nothing left. Yeah. But ultimately what we're trying to do is encourage you to be like, hey, listen, like I can't afford to not take care of my spouse.
Absolutely.
I can't afford to not be in relationship with my spouse. Like I can't afford it. right? Like, you have to put that as, like, number 2, because Jesus is number 1. But you got to put that at number 2, like, over that job, over that brand deal, over the responsibility of taking kids to the sports, like, over all of that stuff, like, over the dishes, over, the bathroom. Like, you got to put that over it, because ultimately you guys are going to be better, and you are going to be better if you guys are continuously becoming one, physically, right? But also emotionally, also mentally, like, because, hey, listen, you can't be doing that by yourself. Your spouse is there for a reason.
Yeah.
So if you are getting bogged down in any particular area of your life, that's a way to connect with your spouse. Hey, listen, this is how I'm feeling right now. And so when you don't do that, you leave them out and you leave them high and dry. And now they're outside trying to look in when they're supposed to be in the house with you.
Yeah. That's a perfect segue to, like, the next point that I was going to share. One way that you can recognize that you are roommates or becoming roommates is when you feel completely isolated or by yourself.
Yes, within your relationship.
Yeah, within your relationship. And again, I think it goes back to that, I want to almost say over prioritization or the lack thereof of each other. You have to do this with intention. With intention.
Yeah.
You have to, if you are not intentional about success, you may accidentally become a failure.
Yeah.
Or in this case, you may accidentally become a roommate. I think you guys get the point. When is the last time that you have been intentional about doing something with your spouse?
Yeah, and that thing can be big, it can be little.
Yes.
I know that oftentimes people say, like, oh, well, we don't have a babysitter, or we don't,
it don't matter.
We don't have the money to go out because we're saving for this. And what we're saying is that you guys have to get creative. You creative in any other area of your life. Your boss come to you with a problem, fix it. You figure that out.
Your kids come to you with a problem.
Okay, like your best friend come to you with a problem. You
hit them where it hurts.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then when you and your spouse come together and you guys are having a hard time figuring out how do we make this work, y'all sitting here looking around. What y'all looking around for? You got to work together to figure it out. So you have to get creative, right? Sometimes it doesn't look like what it has looked like in the past. You guys can't get so stuck on what you've done before or what you see on social media or what this person to the right or to the left is doing. You guys have to figure out what works best for you guys, right? And so for us, for example, we're in this postpartum newborn season, right? So we're not going out to restaurants. We're not leaving the baby with someone because, like, the baby is fresh, right? But, like, what we do
we are not those kind
is that we take a day, right, out of the week that we're intentional about spending time together. So even if the baby go to bed at 11 o'clock, at least from 11 to 11:30, we being together, being intentional.
Yeah.
Okay? Because at that point, it doesn't make sense for us to try and do something that we've done before in a different season.
Yeah.
So you guys have to recognize that the season of life that you guys are in and act accordingly, right? Because if not, then you're just going to be disappointed. You're going to be frustrated, right? Like, it's like literally trying to pick a circle peg into a square hole. Like, it's not going to work. It's not going to fit. You know what I'm saying? And so you guys have to be okay with that. You have to, like, lay down your prior expectations and be like, hey, listen, this is where we are now. With what we have, the resources that we have, the time that we have, how are we intentional right now?
Beautiful. Let's wrap it up and talk about how to reverse the drift. So you found yourself in the deep end, far away from the peaceful shore. Praise the Lord. And now you recognized it. You and your partner have recognized it. Now we want to get back. Real simple. 3 quick steps, okay? I want you to intentionally, keyword intentionally, reintroduce pursuit of one another. Intentionally reintroduce pursuit of one another. Similarly to what Juanita was just sharing regarding your date night, okay? We've been doing date nights every week for this year, okay? We ain't gone on no official dates. We ain't going out to eat because, again, we got the newborn.
Not yet.
Right? We about to, because we got a little we get into that point where we can start like moving and grooving a little bit more. But the point is, y'all, reintroduce the pursuit. Mm-hmm. Okay? Second point, schedule your depth. Okay? Not just the time spent to each other, but remember we talked about how couples begin to drift. They stop paying attention to the details. How your partner is doing, how your spouse is feeling, how they're handling the stress, if they're even telling you that they're stressed. That's another indicator. Do you know what's going on in between their ears?
And are you listening?
Are you, man, oh man, are you internalizing? Are you deeply internalizing what they are telling to you about how they feel, about what's going on? Are you listening without trying to fix them? Are you listening just to allow them to offload, not necessarily on you, but to get it off of them? This is your responsibility, something that you ought to prioritize. Yeah. So reintroduce the pursuit. Like, go crazy in pursuing your wife. Go crazy in showing your husband that you respect him and that you love him, that he's seen and he's not just a worker. Whatever the thing is. Okay? Schedule your time together where you guys are spending intentional time playing a game, watching a movie, cooking dinner together, eating dinner together. Eating dinner together. Make y'all plates, set it up, okay? You make your own restaurant. Yeah. Okay? The last one is that I want you to practice daily appreciation. Yeah. Every single day, a little something, okay? A text message, a handwritten note, a verbal, hey, I see you. Thank you for what you're doing.
Left hand.
I'm left-handed if you guys didn't know.
This is so different. Like, I'm like, why did he do that? But left hand.
Shout out to the 11%. Yeah. Daily appreciation. Yeah. Force yourself to do this.
Yeah, because if you start to force yourself, right, and by force it's not like crazy, but it's just more of like, you know, like scheduling it, it'll become more natural for you.
Yes. Like when I say force yourself, I don't mean as if you don't want to do it.
Right, yeah.
I mean discipline yourself to do this so that you can stop drifting away. Yeah. So that you can stop drifting away. You can change the current of the relationship.
Yeah, put your actions where your mouth is.
Yes. Yes. This has very little to do with God save my marriage. Yeah. Okay? You save your marriage. Yeah. Okay?
That's a good place. Yeah. I think that's a good place to end right there. The idea that your marriage doesn't have to end. Yes. It's not up to the universe. It's not fate. Okay? Whether or not you guys fail or succeed.
Oh, God.
It's you.
Yes. It's you.
And your spouse.
And your spouse. It's your cohesive decision to choose each other.
And to put in the work to continuously choose each other.
And go to sleep and do it again the next day.
Period.
Point blank.
That. I don't know. All right, guys. Yes. Well, hopefully you enjoyed. I think the summation of what we're saying is be intentional. Yes. Okay? Period. That's it. Yes. You ain't getting nothing else out of the episode today. Yes. Be intentional, right? All right.
Here's the LDCAT challenge to you. Ooh. If you feel like you've been drifting, we challenge you. We challenge you to a duel. Okay? I want you to tell us in the comments what you plan to do intentionally to stop the drift.
I love it.
And tell us when you do it.
Can't wait to hear it.
Okay?
Yes.
Anything else? Any other announcements?
Yes. So, please, okay, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Okay, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
Let's see where we at. Let's set a goal, y'all. Can y'all help us get to this goal? How many subscribers do we have at the current recording? 107.
Oh, that's good.
That's all right, but we can do better.
But we should just appreciate where we are now.
I wasn't coming at you. I'm just saying, like, we can do better.
No, absolutely. That's why we're saying we're inviting you into our Love Bug community.
Yes, and it don't even cost you no money. 25 minutes on a Monday, because that's when the episodes come out, or whenever you watch it.
You can watch it while you working out, while you're on your way from work, on your way to work, from work.
Yeah. Matter of fact, bring your boo. Let them listen. Y'all listen to it together. Yeah. Y'all relationship PD, professional development.
Listen, we do it too.
We do.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to share?
That's all we got for you guys today.
Well, listen, y'all. We appreciate you if you made it this far in the episode. Do you know what J3's gender is? It's because you didn't watch the videos from 2 weeks ago. But nevertheless, we are signing out, but you already know we'll see you soon. My name is Jordan.
And I'm Juanita.
You already know this is Love Does Cost a Thing. We'll catch you on the next one.